the black tea and the green tea are made from the same leaves known as Camellia sinensis. Now, the black tea, if you ask me, is one of the most ancient teas. I mean, when the word tea became popular, it was actually black tea. One of the major differences between black tea and green tea is found only in the method of processing. It is the processing method that makes the green tea different, because the green tea is lower in caffeine and is not as rich in color as the black tea. So when you prepare both, you notice that the black tea has a deeper, richer flavor in terms of looking and even taste. But the green tea is not like that. And so it is the lower caffeine content as a result of the processing method used in bringing out the green tea from the same leaves that makes a lot of us then run after the green tea, because it helps also with weight loss. But you need to be aware of both. They are both source of caffeine, which a lot of people are concerned about. Known for its rich color. Before the black tea was made into tea bags, it used to be like kettle teas, the teas that were made and sieved after boiling. And as modern inventions and improvements continued, they were turned into tea bags for convenience and for various other reasons. And then from there into what you have like this. Now the black tea come with different flavors. The same thing with the green tea. Another thing is the black tea is higher in caffeine, which is often the dread about teas. It is important also to know the particular tea that you are drinking, but now for older adults, black tea should be taken cautiously. And as a matter of fact, I have put it away from among my teas because of the caffeine and the harshness. But before now, black tea and green tea, especially green tea, used to be my most favorite drinks. At times I take as much as 2-3 times in a day. But I tell you the truth, if you are consuming much of leafy teas like green tea, black tea, and you are approaching 40, you should better beware because of high blood pressure. You should also beware because of heart rhythm, change in your heart rhythm. You should also beware because of things like insomnia. Sometimes you are awake, you don't know why you are awake. You should also beware because of several things. People love it because it helps with weight loss, which is true and correct. But at certain stage in your life, you are no more worried about weight loss. You have almost taken out all the foods that will cause you to gain weight. All the processed foods are already out of your diet. Nobody will tell you to do that as you approach 40, 50. Nobody. If you love your life, you need to take them out, or else you continue to visit the hospital again and again, and you may not even enjoy good health with all of that. And so you need to know the type of teas you're taking. Black tea and green teas. As a matter of fact, I've also put out the green tea for some time now. And when you take them out, it's important to find something, an alternative. And a better alternative are teas, non-caffeinated teas like lemongrass tea. I said that before. There are teas. You can make tea from the guava leaf tea, which lowers blood sugar and is non-caffeinated. You can make tea from a lot of other herbs if you want to take tea. But the ugly side also is that a lot of you like to add milk, and it makes it taste great. I was a fan of it before. But over the years also, with much education, understanding, and for health reasons, we must avoid to avoid adding milk to teas. Some of you are still buying for your mother, maybe black tea with milk. They love it because it makes them to sweat and then give you an initial feeling of wellness. I call it an initial feeling of wellness. But thereafter, it's going to settle like an acid, including the milk added, and clogging the arteries. I'm talking of the milk. And then the tea is not actually a nutrient-dense food. When I talk of nutrient density, when you are getting to a certain age, or when you are health conscious, you are managing ailments, whether it's blood pressure or whatever, you will be going for foods that are dense in nutrition and not things like black tea and green tea. And so you need to be very, very cautious. If you're already managing high blood pressure, or your mom or your dad managing high blood pressure, you must be very cautious. It tastes great and it's very addictive. I was actually addicted. You can see some packets, all kinds of teas. Look at. Yes, I was quite addicted. And it's something that can trigger stomach ulcer, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you take frequent teas like black tea, and you do not have a protein buffer like probiotics, you don't take sufficient protein. More reason, I think, a lot of young people come up with complaints of stomach ulcers because of lack of education. Taking green tea, taking black teas, taking all manner of teas, yet there is no sufficient protein in the diet. Forgetting that protein is the building block. If you take too much of the black tea and green tea without having sufficient quality protein in your diet, it may trigger stomach ulcer or make existing one worse.